Joined with Head men's basketball coach Mike Schauer after his team's 92-84 overtime win at Millikin to open the CCIW schedule. First, Coach, just talk about the importance of a win on the road in the CCIW to start the year.
Yeah, it's rough. This league, at some point late in the second half, Trent Eshelman, who was working the game, came over and just looked at me and smiled and said, "This is the best league in the country." And it is. I mean, it is so hard in this league to win on the road. Any road win in this league is going to be high quality, and anybody that watched that game, Millikin's going to beat people in here. It's a huge win. They played fantastic and with a great deal of energy. And we just battled. We've actually played pretty well on the road. The statistics or the record would indicate we haven't. But given who we've played, which is at Wash U, at Worcester, at Calvin, and then Loris, which has played our league very tough at Loris, we've played pretty well with the exception of the Calvin game. And so we got down 3. I just sat there going, Lord, really? I mean, how are we going to overcome this one? And our guys just battled. I thought we had Peter Smith and Tad Fisher hit huge threes. Tyler Peters, I wouldn't trade him for anybody in the country. He is a load to defend, and I thought he took over at times in the overtime and late in the regulation. Huge win for us, and now we're 1-0 with a road win, which puts us in a pretty good spot and one game ahead of where we were last year, having lost at home to Illinois Wesleyan. So we're ahead of pace. Your team fell behind 10-0 to start the game. What did you tell your guys at that point to kind of push through and then get it back to 4 at halftime, which seemed to be at the time a big victory? Yeah, I was pretty pleased we got to halftime down 4. I just felt like if we were in striking distance, we'd be in pretty good shape. Then we extended it, and we got into sort of that nebulous place where you're up by double figures, but there's 6 or 7 minutes left, and if do you want to push the tempo? And I thought our guys got a little passive. Tyler was in foul trouble. I didn't really tell him anything down 10 other than I challenged him. I just thought we looked like we had sat around all day. Travel is tough, and we were at the hotel all day. We didn't have a whole lot to do, so it was hard to kind of keep our energy up. And I thought our guys responded. I actually think, although we finished with Tad on the floor, I thought Caleb DeMoss came in right away when we were down 10-0. Gave us a little spurt to kind of settle us down a little bit and give us a chance. I thought Michael Berg played really well. This is 3 out of 4 games now. He's gotten to double figures. He's playing with much more confidence and looking to score the basketball. So I'm really, really pleased with him as well. And I was telling the guys, now it's fun. Now we're 1-0 and we're in the CCIW slate, and here we go. This was really your first chance to see what the CCIW would look like as far as the officiating rule changes. Was it what you expected, and how does it affect the way you coach a game as far as flow of the game is concerned? Yeah, it really doesn't change much. I tell Ken Majarka and I tell our officials all the time, we have the best officials in the country. I love our officials. I get on them. There are times I'm frustrated with them, but I love them. They're very good officials. I think the rule is difficult for them, to be honest with you. I don't like it. I kind of thought maybe it should be tweaked slightly. I think it puts too much pressure on them to decide how the flow of the game's going to go. And I'll tell you what, I'm thankful we have 13 CCIW games left and we get our officials. I like them. I'm going to get on them. I'm going to yell at them. That's what coaches do. But I'll take our league against anybody's in the league. I love our officials.